Well, can I say good afternoon? Let me do my roll call. What's going on, family? You know I gotta separate y'all because Bella done did a couple of things. So here we go. Roll call time. Well, hello, LinkedIn family. What's going on, Twitter family? What's going on, Facebook, Linda Rigby, and Bella Biz? And above all, my special family, my one and only. What's going on YouTube? Hey, it's your girl Bella back once again. And can I tell y'all, I am excited to be here today. So, does anybody know what today is as you all are watching to my far right? Who does Bella have on her show today? You're bit ready to find out in a few seconds. But before I get going with my guest tonight, I want to know, did anybody else besides me wake up and realize today is April 4th, meaning April 4th, 1968 came to my mind. And as y'all all know, y'all know I'm in a cradle motherland called Atlanta, Georgia. And yes, today is representing and we're honoring the assassination of the infamous and famous Martin Luther King Jr. I got to tell y'all, it's a little different down here in Atlanta today. And y'all know I'm coming live stream from Atlanta. It's a little quiet because we're taking all this stuff in, right? And y'all know we got all this thing going on in Ukraine war, yada, yada, yada. But this evening, I just want to take the time to thank my family. And y'all know I count it all on joy. I know you could be anywhere with social media blowing off the way it is about everything's going on. But you took the time to be loyal and to be dedicated to me, and I really appreciate that. Trust me, I got jokes all the time, but I do know that you could be anywhere else. So let's get right into it. Y'all know how Bella do what she do. I'm trying to come up with these things. I told y'all I was going to do some major changes in 2022, but tonight we're going to talk about entrepreneurship. That's our topic, entrepreneurship 2022. And for all those you know that follow me, especially on my Facebook page, y'all know how I be rocking all those broadcasts and those live streams and just giving you updated information. Well, to my right is a beautiful couple. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about them. Y'all know me. We ain't gonna do the paper thing because they sent me a dissertation, y'all. Okay, I gotta go there because that's what professional people do in business. They want you to know exactly all about who they are. They're gonna send you documentation. But here we go. I called out all of my friends because to my right, they inspired me to rock my AKA, and I very seldom wear my AKA. But today I'm rocking it. Y'all know why I'm rocking my AKA? Because it took me back to Frostburg State University. Yeah, I said it. Y'all know I ain't told my story yet. But to my right are two long life college friends that I went to school at Frostburg State. Oh my God, Joe and Sandy, it was Frostburg State College when we first went there. But anyway, I went to Frostburg State University. That's what it was when we graduated. They're long, like I said, life friends. Keyword, friends for life, okay? And they married. They have a beautiful business together. I'm going to let them introduce themselves. Y'all know how I do what I do. Bring the questions. I'm going to get out the way. But without further ado, we're going to talk about entrepreneurship in 2022. And I want my family to welcome. Although they can't see you, they can't feel you. Show some love. Let's do the fingers for Joe and Sandy May. Welcome to Dollar Biz. How y'all doing today?
Good, Bella. Good.
Always
I
nice to
know
see you,
that
Bella.
was a long intro, wasn't it? Y'all know I can talk, but let me
That's what you do.
listen. I want to first of all publicly thank you all for coming on the show, and everybody knows my format. Basically, everybody come on my show, y'all. Y'all know I know them. This couple is no different. I met both of them individually at Frostburg State University, where we all went to college and we graduated. Okay, and we just remain lifelong friends. I'm representing the AKA because Joe, he'll tell you, Joe's Greek. You want to tell him what fraternity you with, Joe?
Omega
Oh,
Psi Phi.
Omega Psi Phi, baby. That's
Till I die.
to the day we die. Okay, baby.
That's right.
Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself, but I want to just present them and talk about. They have a beautiful restaurant, but more than that, I want you to get to know them. For the next hour, kick back. This is going to be an exclusive interview about Joe and Sandy May out of Baltimore, Maryland. Take it away, y'all.
How's everybody?
How's everybody doing? It's glad to be here with you, Bella. I'm so excited. Um, we have been friends for a long time, like you said. We all went to Frostburg State College. And hello to all my Frostburg friends and all Bella's family. Nice to I can't see you guys, but I'm thank you for being here with Bella and us tonight.
So, Joe and Sandy, I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna kind of prep y'all a little bit as the questions come in, but tell me because we talk about school, right? And I can be honest with you, Joe and Sandy, I did not graduate and work in the degree that I graduated from Frostburg. Y'all talk a little bit about how y'all got into the restaurant business as entrepreneurs. A little backdrop, please.
I didn't graduate in a degree in culinary until later on. So I graduated my major in Frostburg with sociology and psychology. I've done many jobs. I love working with people. I love working with children. So I did some social work, and then from there I went into teaching. And then from there I said, this is not my passion. This is really not what I really want to do. And my dad always encouraged me. He would say, because I cooked for my family all the time, he would tell me, you should open up a restaurant. I'm like, Dad, I'm not going to open up a restaurant. He said, you really should open up a restaurant. So I started doing catering on the side for my family and friends. And then I went to culinary school. Went back, graduated, got a degree in culinary arts, became a certified culinarian. And then I did more and more catering, but I was also working for a huge catering company in Baltimore and also working as a chef for the Baltimore Ravens at the training camp. But I was doing so much catering, I needed a bigger space. I was sharing a kitchen with someone. And so I found a place. And then Joe, it was big enough to have a small cafe, is what we have. And then Joe encouraged me to, he said, you should just open up the restaurant. So I said, that's a whole different beast. But we did, and we're here. And I just thank God that we survived, the pandemic and everything like that. But I'm doing what I do now. So I encourage everybody to follow your passion. Follow your passion.
Absolutely. So, Joe, as her husband, I've had many couples. Well, I'm going, I never lie, three. Okay, three. But I know they're out there, and I'm talking about three couples who are actually, married, obviously, and they work together. So, how was it for you when seeing your wife? And I know we go way, way back. So, y'all been together forever to me. And you seeing your wife grinding and you see this passion pop up. Take the story from there. What was your input and kind of advice did you give any to Sandy?
Well, you want to try to encourage your spouse to do what they have a passion to doing, because if you see them working outside of that, they're not happy. So when you begin to see them getting into the art in which she went into, and she, at Frostburg, I don't know, like when she was at Frostburg, she was cooking for her roommates and all of that. She's been
Remember,
doing that, and they always be like, "Oh, Sandy can cook, she can do this." That's been going throughout the years, and even then, when we, got married, hospitality is her thing. So that's what she likes to do, and so we've had many of cookouts, many of you done been to some of the cookouts. So and so it's always the food is always featured, so that's always been a big thing. And so when she was teaching and she was doing the culinary on the side, and she was doing that, working with the caterers that she was doing. She was always coming home telling me, I did this, I did that, we did this, we did that. And she always knew that she probably could do it, but I think it was the fear. And I think a lot of us have that fear of stepping out on it like that. And so she began to do a lot of catering on her own, you know. But then you find out, hey, you gotta go rent a kitchen, you gotta do this, you gotta do
Mhm.
that, and so we went through all of that for a couple of years, and all this. Is just so happens that one day she was coming from the school that she worked at, and saw this building open. It was just open. It was an old bakery, and it was empty, and it just popped in the head. And I was like, well, if you like to cater, that we could do it both ways. You can go ahead and have a storefront, and you can
Mhm.
still, instead of paying to rent a kitchen and do all of this, you can go ahead and feature your foods in the restaurant in the front part, and then you can still do the catering. And lo and behold, it was ironic that it happened, and we didn't know just before the pandemic. So in November, actually in July, the summertime of 2019, she saw the place, so it had to go in. We had to gut it out and do a whole lot of stuff into it and all that. Really didn't have the money for it, Linda, to be quite honest with you. But
Sure.
we went on and went out on faith, and
Yeah.
shucks, we started off with like a little refrigerator. And so we had to, make up, get a big refrigerator, industrial, and all of that, big freezer. All of this stuff was coming, and we didn't have any money coming in.
Sure.
And if we had, when we first opened up, if we had 10 customers that day, we felt good.
Yeah.
Like it was growing, and we still had a positive attitude, but I knew the food was good. And once we could get people to taste the food, I knew that we'll get recurring customers. And
Cut.
that's where you can start making your money if you can get
Absolutely.
people to come back.
Right.
So that was
So,
a big thing.
Joe, hold that thought for a second because I'm switching up my format. I've got other entrepreneurs coming on. I'm getting ready to do some switch up. I told my family, and they already know. I got my Tanzania family on. All right, I got my Ghana and my Rwanda family coming on. I'm getting ready to bring up the second entrepreneur, the guest, and we get ready to mix it up. So stay tuned. My family, y'all know how Bella roll. Suck in what they just said, right? We know entrepreneurship is hard work. Sandy knew what she knew as a little girl because when I met her on that campus of Frostburg State many years ago, I'll never tell the year. Okay. I knew she had a gift because I was always around her trying to get some food. So, y'all, think about what they're saying. Think about what you're doing. Just think. Okay. Because I'm telling you right now, as I say, God is my witness. It's a little entrepreneur in every single one of us. So as you're listening to these stories, and that's what Bella does best, I'm a storyteller. Listen with the inner ear to what my guests are saying, right? So we get ready to mix it up because I love impromptu. I'm not a script person. So if y'all can look to my far right, see this pretty little girl right here? She coming on with a glasses. I don't know why, because she's a glamour queen. She's what I call my millennium Nubian young queen. So I'm getting ready to get in her Kool-Aid while Joe and Sandy take a commercial break, meaning they're going to take a step back and they're going to listen like y'all. So y'all, remember how I was advertising all week? Entrepreneurship 2022. Well, I got my mentee and I can call her that because I didn't put diapers on Davon, but Davon know I got her by a few years. This is a lovely woman. I'm getting ready to build her up right now. Davon, being the professional that she is, sent me her short bio, her headshot, the way I asked her to, because Bella does it what? The right way. It's called corporate America, y'all. When you're doing business, come correct. Have a portfolio. Have a short bio and a long bio. Have headshots. And she got some smoking hot headshots, y'all. I looked at her and said, I don't know, Davon. I might want to take some of them shots myself. But without further ado, this is a young lady that I have mentored for probably almost 20 years, Davon. I've been here 25. I met her. She was young, sweet, innocent. And guess what, y'all? Very respectful. You know why? Because her mama raised her right to be respectful of her. I ain't gonna say I'm an elder, but y'all know what I'm saying. Anyway, I'm just playing. I'm very proud of this young woman. I'm trying to contain my professionalism because I watched her to blossom. She knows what I'm telling us from the heart. And y'all, she get ready to tell you a little bit about her story, but I gotta brag on her because my mentee owns a hotel, okay? So without further ado, I'm going to introduce one of my mentees, Davon Reese, who's going to tell you a little bit about herself. Again, y'all, she sent me the information. Do your work, but I'm going to allow Davon to tell her herself about y'all because she's a bad, I can't say them words, Davon, but that's my girl. So, Davon, come on in the room and introduce yourself to the family, even though you are a few minutes late. There I go, right?
Thank you for that. I just got fresh off the road from traveling, but I didn't want to
You
I
know
went
I love
missing.
you. You gonna tell me why you came on late? Because you always busy, girl. Come on, secure the bag.
And then I had to find the email. So there we go. We made it work. We made it work. But
I
there's no
love you,
excuses.
girl.
I'm showing up. Showing up. No
It's
excuse.
my,
I made a commitment. So here I
that's,
am.
I
Well,
love you,
thank you so
Davon.
much, Linda, for having me on your show. I really appreciate it. It's an honor to come after Mr. Joe and Sandy. So I appreciate that. Thank you. For those who not know me, my name is Davon Rees. I am the president and founder of the Vaughn Group. We are a hotel consulting and investment firm. And yes, I am the proud owner of not one, but yes, 3 hotels. I have one hotel in Oklahoma. It's an 85-room home 2 suites by Hilton in El Reno, Oklahoma. I have 2 hotels in Indiana. I have a Staybridge Suites in Indianapolis Fishers area, and I have a Hampton Inn in Suites in Scottsburg, Indiana. And I had the pleasure of meeting Miss Linda while I was volunteering at the Trumpet Awards. When I was a front desk agent. So yes, when she said she remembered me when, yes, she remembered me when. Yes, I started off as a front desk agent. She met me while I was in my uniform. So not only helping out at the Hyatt, but also helping out at the Trumpet Awards as well. So it's always just been a pleasure to be around her, to work around her, to learn from her, and her professionalism and just loving. So as far as for entrepreneurship and how I got into the business, like I said, I started off in the hospitality industry as a front desk agent. I got into corporate America a different way, different approach. I had to change up my background from operations to corporate, so I took a non-paid internship, and that was my first introduction to hotel ownership. I fell in love with it, learned a lot about commercial real estate, and after about close to 4 years in that, then I finally took a bite of the entrepreneurship bug. I finally took that leap, and I started my own firm called the Vaughn Group. Partnered with Nassau Investments in 2020 and some other folks, including Jessica Myers, who I went to school with. And we acquired the Home 2 Suites in El Reno, Oklahoma. So that's a short and sweet and easy. Well, I won't say easy because there's a lot of hard work in that path and navigating and trying to figure it out. Because I guess when I got started off, there wasn't really like Google. It was Google, but it wasn't like a clear roadmap to for hotel ownership. So I had to create my own path or my own roadmap, and now I'm building a reminder as a platform to remind people that, as Black folks, we were the original Airbnbs, right? This is not the first. A lot of people think I'm the first Black. I'm like, I'm not the first Black to own a hotel by far. Okay, no. We've been doing this for years. We've been doing this for centuries. My purpose is just to remind us, right, that we here, that we own, that we develop this country. Was built on our backs. So owning hotels is something that we've done. And it was a time where we only could stay at Black owned hotels. Right. But because of integration, once we were able to stay at non-Black owned hotels, a lot of those Black owned hotels started to disappear. And so that notion of actually owning hotels, just faded away. So I just felt like it's just been my purpose just to remind people that this is what we can do. A lot of generational wealth, and wealth can be created through not only just ownership through commercial real estate, but also ownership in hotels, because a lot of people don't realize that that hotels is a form of commercial real estate.
And as you take a breath, like I said, okay, no. So family, look, I'm on 25 tonight, Davon. We ain't playing. I go by the Holy Spirit. Yeah, I
There we
said
go.
it because this is my show and I can say and
That's
do
your
what I
show.
want. So you
That's
know
right.
what? The Spirit is lead. This is going to be turned into an educational segment, not let's get warm and fuzzy, because the Spirit is moving me. See, you know what I love about Davon, like my daughter? I love the millennials. Y'all know why? And Joe and Sandy chime in because they have because millennials tell you exactly what the heck they feel. Cut to the chase. Don't mince no words. Did you hear what she said? She is not the first owner of a hotel. I knew that. She knew that. We're not going to go there. I don't have enough hours, but I'm on my Blackness too, Davon. We got to get together, y'all. Come on, this conversation, Joe said. I am getting sick and tired of really us saying, I don't know what we want to do. Look what's in your hand. I'm getting ready. I'm turning this entrepreneurship 2022. The spirit is on me, and I don't care if you can't take the heat, get out the kitchen. Because you know what? Tired of being nice. Come on, Joe and Sandy. We are the original and always have been entrepreneurs, period. When I went over to Tanzania, come on in, Tanzanian family. My Tanzanian family are loyal. There's no comparison. I'm not trying to blast nobody. I'm in the spirit, Javon. When they say they're going to do something, they do it. Now,
Right.
I am 8 hours behind them. Do you know my family is up? It is 1, 2, 3 o'clock, depending if you're in Tanzania, Rwanda, Ghana. But you know what? When they say they're going to do something, right? They do it. No questions asked. And now let me go ahead and make myself up in here while I'm on my soapbox. I'm saying something right here. We need to get back down to our original roots.
Mm-hmm.
It is nothing that we're talking about that should be strange, foreigner. Oh my God. Yes, I'm going to say all the nice things about Davon, Joe, and Sandy because I mean them.
Mm-hmm.
But more importantly, come on, y'all. Davon is the one, her generation, the millennials. Davon, if you don't mind, she's under 40 years of age. Come on, y'all. We got to get out this old mindset.
Right.
We can own and do anything we want to do, but we can go further together.
That's right. That's right.
And I have to apologize to my guests because this is how I go. See, this wasn't a script, and I was just telling Joe, saying, I don't do scripts, y'all. And I was just talking to Roland Martin yesterday, Joe and Sandy Davon, and you know what he said? Bella, keep doing it. He was honest. He said, you know, I'm a big celebrity and all that. He says, I got 50 million people on. I will mentor you via text. I said, hey, you know me, Davon. However I can get you rolling, I'll get you. But find a mentor locally.
Yeah.
Because you got something.
Yeah.
You're going to be the next Oprah in your own way. Keep on doing it. I said, but Roland, I ain't got no money, man. My daughter, no, I'm transparent, y'all. My 401k and the money I quit my good government job. Yes, I quit because I knew I should have. I'm not out here begging, but I know I need support like Davon, like Joe and Sandy. Let's get off of the, oh yeah, I'll come and patronize. Oh, get off. Do it. Just do it. Stop worrying about the little bit of pennies and dimes we got. Invest in somebody else, y'all.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense, Davon. It doesn't make any sense, Joe and Sandy. I'm feeling some kind of way. Can I go there?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Because we got to stop this thing. I did this show. I was just telling Joe and Sandy, Davon. I know so many awesome people, Davon and Joe. Y'all do too. But I'm trying to get something going here so we can work together. We're better.
Mm-hmm.
Davon knows me true and true. I mean, like, really, we work in the same circles. We run in the same circle. Davon, we ain't name dropping, but we know all these iconic people. Davon, we're destined to do what we're doing, right, Davon? You can't be around Ambassador Andrew Young or Sonona Clayton and be chopped liver. Come on, Davon. Come on here. Davon is on me, Davon. Come on, break it down.
Ooh, girl, I see it. You got that spirit going through you. I see the passion. You better come through, Miss Linda.
Come on, Jay.
I know it's Bella, but I just know you as Miss Linda.
I want you to talk to these people because they're coming on. It's not, I'm just stopping the show because Davon, you know me, Davon. Let these people know, yes, you got 2, 3 hotels. It's hard work, but do it anyway. Talk to them, Davon.
Oh, man, coming after you. I don't know if I can, okay? Let me see if I can grab some of that passion to say it. It's hard. It is very hard, but the thing is, you have to do it. And like what Miss Linda did, she took a leap, right? Taking that leap, in order for you to take that leap, in order for you to be if you want to become an entrepreneur, entrepreneurship is not for everybody, and it's okay, it's all right. Because in order for Miss Linda to get to that Oprah status, that Roland, said that was basically speaking into her, she's going to need a team. She's going to need that support. So if you're like, you know what, I'm not big on entrepreneurship. I'm not big on it. I can't do it. I'm not ready to take that leap. But you know what? There's people like Ms. Linda or Bella who's making it where you, by supporting her, you're still able to help, right? You're still being able to make a commitment and to make a change, right? And so, as she said, being around iconic people, in order for her to get into the room with people like Roland Martin, right? And having that mentorship and having that relationship, it's because of who she is as a person, right? And so for her to pour into you all so that way you can get to that status, a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people, when they get to a certain level in life, they don't give back. But when you have people like Miss Bella over here that's giving back, that's pouring into community, and not even that, she's pouring into an international community. Like people are, I mean, that speaks volume that you have people. I'm honored that you brought me on here. You know, I'm so honored that you brought me on your show and that I'm able to speak to people across the world. And maybe just one person who maybe is a housekeeper at a hotel. Now they're like, oh my gosh, now I can own a hotel one day. Maybe I can own an Airbnb. Maybe I can own a bed and breakfast, right? Just because they didn't think it was possible. The reason why a lot of people like my story and they're able to relate to my story, because I come from humble beginnings. I started off as a front desk agent. I have stripped beds. I volunteered for the Trumpet Awards. You know, I volunteered with so many different things. And I've been a waitress. I've had numerous amount of jobs in order to get me to the point where I am now. Right. So it definitely was not easy. It was not hard. I was raised in a way to pay respect to the people who came before me. So thank you, Miss Linda. I don't know Miss Joe and Mr. Joe and Sandy that well, but you came before me. So I appreciate you. So I know you're somebody because you're on the show. I don't know you personally, but I know you were somebody. Right. So I appreciate the people who came before me, because if it wasn't for you all, I wouldn't be here talking to you all today. So I appreciate you all. And so by pouring and supporting and work and listening to Linda, she's pouring into you all what she's learned in the relationships that she's developed, right? And so for the folks who want to become entrepreneurs, what she did, she said, you know what? I'm about to take this leap. I'm about to take this risk. And the person who she believed in, herself and God. So she knew, I'm not worried about my 401k. I'm not worried about this job. I got to take this leap because right now I've made so many other people millions and billionaires. Now it's time to pour into myself and to believe into myself. And so she created this platform to help people who may not have the courage and who may not have the confidence, because that's really what it takes. That's a huge leap. To leave your security blanket, to leave that security blanket that you've had, and that's all you've known, and you got a family and you got a life, to leave that takes a lot of confidence, and that takes a lot of courage. And a lot of people don't talk about that in entrepreneurship. A lot of people don't talk about that nowadays. All the glitz and glamour, and you get to make it. No, it's a lot of work. It is very stressful, but you have to be committed and you have to be prepared. And so what this show, bringing entrepreneurs like myself and other entrepreneurs and other successful business people, we're telling our stories and we're sharing what we've gone through. So hopefully you don't make the same costly mistakes that we've made. Now, every journey is different. Every pathway is different, and there may be a different roadmap. But if you have someone to kind of give you a little push, or maybe give you a compass, or give you that roadmap, so that way the journey could be a little bit smoother, right? And you can save just a little bit money and just save a little bit more time.
Absolutely, Davon. I love that. So as I'm calming down a little bit, Davon, the spirit is moving me. And Davon, you know, you didn't sing me upset with Miss Clayton, right? We ain't gonna go there tonight, Davon. But Joe and Sandy, what I want to ask you all is this. I want you to talk about what Davon is talking about, because we all on the same page from the perspective of a couple, a married couple, and it got a lot of love out there. So I'm going to start off with this first one. You know, I got to keep it in the pink and green family. Sorry, Dave. This is from Davita. Greetings, Sandy and Joe from Jazz and Davita. Once you tasted the food of our recipe, which is in Baltimore, we went to college together, Davon. I'm catching Davon up. You're hooked. We wholeheartedly support our people. There's some love right there, Joe and Sandy. That's from
That's right.
Thank you. Thank you, Davita and Jazz. We appreciate you coming to the restaurant. And that's another thing. Let me just say, Davon, I'm so proud of you. You know, keep doing what you're doing. And like you said, support other people, support our people. I like what you said. Everyone doesn't want to be an entrepreneur. Some people just want to have their 9 to 5 job, and that's okay. You know, with me, I know with me, I the 9 to 5 job, well, I don't know if you guys know this, but I recently retired from teaching February the 1st. So I retired, and I was trying to hang in there for another 2 years. And Joe kept saying, just go ahead and retire. Just you're gonna burn yourself down. Just go ahead and retire. And I did. You know, and I'm like, wow, okay, I'm gonna retire. Well, you know, but I had to because there's still some things I want to do with this business. Some things, and I wasn't going to do it if I stayed at that job another 2 years. I was going to set myself 2 years behind. And then other people encourage me. The other Frostburg people encourage me. Linda continues to encourage me. Teresa Williams, David, and all the friends from Frostburg State continue to encourage me. And I want to tell anyone who wants to be who's working on entrepreneurship, keep the negative people away from you. Because some people's like, oh, you're gonna do that. Well, what you gonna do? Well, you know, you're gonna leave that job. Keep those people away from you because you will never do it. Just keep the negative people away from you. Keep some positive people in your circle at all times. With our cafe, we get a lot of support from the community, a lot of support. And we have the same people that come in there every Saturday for breakfast and lunch, the same people, but they support us and they encourage us. So just keep people around you that's going to encourage you. When people start talking negative, you want to just get away from them. You know, just just like keep loving and encouraging people around you. Some family members are not encouraging, some are. My family was very encouraging to me, and I appreciate that. And most of my friends a lot of my friends were very encouraging to me. So you just want to keep those people around you.
Joe, what's your perspective?
I just wanted to touch on something Ms. Reeves said earlier when she talked about humble beginnings. And a lot of us had humble beginnings. And I know with me and going into entrepreneurship, I hustled all my life. So even, and you know, Linda, where we come from, you know, I don't care if it was selling newspapers or doing whatever you did, we hustled.
Right.
You know, so you was an entrepreneur even before you knew you was an entrepreneur.
Yep.
And see, a lot of people just don't take hold of that and realize, man, you got a gift. You're a hustler. Now, some of us go and hustle a different way, but we can put this into a positive perspective and shoot up and blow up in a positive way. Hopefully with our recipe cafe, not that you're looking for a bunch of quantity. We want to put out quality work. And as you hustle growing up, you wanted to put out quality work because whatever you sold, whatever you did, it relied on the product that you put out there. And so if you're putting out there good food, then you're getting returning customers. Those are the people that support you, regardless whether it's 1,000 people coming or 100 people coming. Those 100 people, if they come 10 times, make up 1,000 people. So I don't need 1,000 people that's going to be negative every time they come and this and that, you know, and we don't need that. We just want quality customers to come in and taste quality food because those are the people that's going to make you last and keep going and keep going. But I can appreciate her story when she talked about she come from humble beginnings because a lot of people that's out there that's listening now came from humble beginnings. We just knew how to hustle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you just have to know how to put it in the right perspective. You might need a mentor to help guide you and to put you in the right place to move towards where you really want to be. A lot of us are born hustlers. So, I mean, you may as well go out like she went out and got hotels. She had to go out on faith.
Right.
We went out and got a cafe. Trust me, we ain't had no money. We was out on faith. We was out, but God provided.
That's what I'm talking about,
God
Joe.
opened up the door for you. He's going to provide for you. So if you believe that God is in the mix of what you're doing, he's going to provide for you because like I started off telling you, we started this before the pandemic started. And as soon as we started, the pandemic came. So we were looking like, man, I don't know if we're going to be able to make this.
Right.
We get a customer miss, like we were happy. one customer. You know, I mean, we finished up with 10 customers through that day. It was like, wow. And we didn't have anybody sitting, you know, coming in sitting down.
Right.
But we had a neighborhood that, and to keep it real, we're in a neighborhood, a mixed neighborhood, mainly, you know, it's white people.
Mhm.
And they came and they were supporting, but then we had friends that was coming from outside the neighborhood
Mhm.
to come in the neighborhood to support us,
Right.
and that kept going. So that kept, you know, multiplying and multiplying, and so that's how we're able to sustain ourselves now. If it wasn't for the grace of God, knowing that we have a lot of friends, and then the community itself supports us, I don't know where we'd be, Linda, because like I said, we started in November, pandemic hit in March, and you know how long it takes for a restaurant. They tell you about 3 or 4 years before you even start to make money.
Right.
Oh
So
man,
Joe,
we're not even with 2.5 years
Little over 2
in.
years in.
okay, so that's what I want to do because I'm Davon, hang on. I got so many questions blow up. I want to compartmentalize them. Half the questions are for Davon, half of them for you. So I'm gonna go with Joe and Sandy. You really answered the question. This is from I always love when my family come on because it's my show. Davon, you know how I roll. What's up, cousin? My cousin Khadija has a question, and she says to Joe and Sandy, to the restaurant entrepreneurs, how do you market your business? You were kind of saying that, Joe, but she's local. She lives downtown West Side Baltimore. So she's asking you, how do you market your business?
I think the best, well, you know, with social media, oh my God,
Yeah.
that's
You know, I'm about to ask you, like, what's y'all name on social media so I can follow y'all?
our recipe cafe. Social media is there. I have just to tell you a story real quick,
Mhm.
but your marketing comes from the people that visit your restaurant.
Mhm.
Word of mouth was the best thing that I couldn't explain to you how when people I had a guy that came from Dubai.
Yep.
Guy comes from Dubai. He goes to UMBC. He comes in and he was getting his hair cut 2 doors down. They told me, hey, this restaurant down, 2 doors down. Go get yourself a sandwich. He came and got a chicken sandwich. When I tell you that guy left the restaurant going up the street telling people how good this chicken sandwich was, I don't even eat chicken. I felt like eating the chicken. I was like, goodness gracious. But then we had a young lady that come in the restaurant on a Saturday, and she has a big following on what, YouTube or Instagram or one of them.
YouTube. She's called Charm
Charm
City
City, Kate, whatever.
Table. She goes around to all these different restaurants and she eats their foods. And she did a video, but she's been in there at least 6-7 times. I didn't even know who she was. She did another one the other day. But she's a foodie, and they go around to all these different restaurants, and they promote you. And then my daughter, of course, we were blessed to have my own daughter went to Full Sail University, so she did our website page. But a lot of people, answering that question to the young lady asked that question, when you first open up a business, a restaurant, you're gonna have people coming at you and say, "Oh, we can build you a platform and do this. Is this gonna cost you like $4,000 or $5,000?" And we're like, we don't have $4,000 or $5,000. So we're a mom and pop cafe, and we're just going to take a leap out of. We can go by word of mouth. But word of mouth now with social media, you can advertise yourself on social media. I'm not an Instagram person, all that, but my daughters are, and the people that come in the restaurant are. So if your food is good, your product is good, people are gonna they on social media, they're gonna advertise for you. So be careful in putting all that money into like a platform advertising and paying somebody to do it right away, because you don't have that money right away.
And let me stop y'all right now, because as I said to my audience, this is a teachable segment tonight. So Bella, get ready. Yes, regurgitate, replay what y'all listening to, because I'm still on 22. I done came down 3 notches, Davon. So I'm in the teaching mode now. I feel a spirit of Zernona Clayton on me in the back of my head saying, every time you get a moment, she won't call me Bella Neva. You know, I'm Linda to her. Miss Linda Bridges to her.
You still Miss Linda too. Yeah.
You teach. And so here we go. Did y'all hear? Let's talk about Joe and Sandy. Did y'all hear what Joe and Sandy said? They're giving you their own experiences. I think we got a couple of questions and comments. This is for actually Davon. So I'm gonna hold on that one. But I think I'm trying to pull the ones for you, Joe and Sandy. But my point that I'm making, teachable moment, they did what was best for them. See, Sandy got something called intellect, wit. We all got it. I got it too. And sometimes I will go into my bag of SBA, that stands for Small Business Association, because I've been taught the thus and the those and the T's and the I's. It's good to have a business plan. Come on, Davon. It's good to have a business plan and some credentialing, but it don't stop you. You don't need to have it to get started.
Right.
So what Sandy said was she recognized in her own gut, I ain't got no money. Get away from me. Because you got sharks out there, y'all, with entrepreneurs preying on people. This is real talk. That's why I love my Davon, because we in a real talk mode. We ain't got time for, oh, everything is not. No, it's real talk. You need people to support. Lesson number 2. Did you notice how when Davon, a guest, Davon, an entrepreneur herself, asked Joe and Sandy, she probably said, Mr. Joe and Mr. Sandy, what is the name of your business so I can follow you? Did y'all see how she immediately went to her iPhone? I know she got an iPhone because millennials don't play. Come on, Davon. They don't play with Androids, okay? But she went to her phone, y'all.
I tried to tell her that.
What did she do? She went to her phone, immediately went to whatever social media, and she followed them. What am I saying? Junk in the trunk. Y'all, stop feeding us bull. I'm gonna just do it. It took Davon less than 10 seconds, right, Davon, to simply follow them. Because by following them, now they're in Davon's fold. Are y'all with me? It don't take a rocket science. I'm coming back to, we got a little bit more than 15 minutes. I'm trying to get some shout out. Show me some love. Can we agree tonight to at least to try to be selfless and think about somebody else instead of ourselves? Can we do that? Can we do that? Now, Joe and Sandy, before I go back to Davon, I want you to, because I got to train y'all. Got to train them, Davon. Davon knows to do this. I want the name of your restaurant. I want to know how they can handle you. What's your social media? And how can my Baltimore folks, I'm talking about my Baltimore family now. Come on, be more. Come and blow y'all up and bless y'all with coming there and coming to your restaurant. Tell us how to get to you.
Well, the restaurant, the website is www.ourrecipescafe. And we're on Instagram, Our Recipes Cafe on Instagram. We're on Yep, we're on Guru, and we're on Google. And so far, we've remained 5-star on all those platforms so far. Yeah, so I'm proud about that. I didn't know it. My daughter watches all that. They handle all that for me. I just keep writing recipes, and I got great chefs, and I just keep writing recipes. I just keep cooking, and I keep putting out that quality food, and then they'll handle the rest. And the social media will handle the rest.
1332 Sulphur Spring Road, Arbutus, Maryland, 21227. 1332 Sulphur Spring Road, Arbutus, Maryland, 21227. That's the address.
And what are your hours of operation? Are y'all open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
Just breakfast and lunch. We go Tuesday through Saturday, 8 to 5. And on Saturdays, I would suggest that you call and make a reservation, because a lot of times if you just walking in, you can get a table, but a lot of times we reserve tables. People call in for Saturdays to reserve tables. I mean, it's a small place. We have seven tables. We might can get 18 people in there at one time, comfortably. And so until the springtime coming, we'll have sitting outside. So we'll do outside sitting as well as inside sitting. And on Saturdays, it's I would suggest that you call and make a reservation.
The Fridays and Saturdays, I should call and make a reservation, because it's hard to get in on Fridays and Saturdays. Yeah, but we're expanding, as Joe said. I just left the cafe. As a matter of fact, we're expanding. They're doing some remodeling, and we're expanding so we can do outside seating for about 20 more people outside.
So as I close out for this segment with the two of you and bring Dave on, I need my millennium to close out. I want you all to leave a nugget. I always ask my guests, and what that means is this. If you could leave a call to action or something from your inner core to the audience that you don't see, it's about 50,000 people follow me. And I say that proudly because I'm moving, I'm getting traction, Davon. And I always want to leave a message because I ain't playing. I want you all to speak from your heart, anything that comes to your mind as regards to Entrepreneurship 2022, because y'all dropped some serious nuggets. And I want to thank you, first of all and foremost, for being transparent and being real. Because we all know entrepreneurship is hard work. It ain't easy, but it's a passion and you're your own boss. So I'm going to step off the mic, close us out, and I'm going to bring Dave on back and let her close us out as well.
I want to say that you just said it. Entrepreneurship is a passion, and you're your own boss, and you have to be disciplined as your own boss. Just like you were working for someone else or working for another company, you have to remain disciplined. You know, you have to set your hours, you have to remain disciplined, you have to set your goals, and you have to take baby steps to follow those goals.
Mm-hmm.
Joe?
Well, just in general, as a couple, if you're a couple and you're seeking to go out and you don't know what you want to do, if one of you have a passion, wife or husband, the other one has to play the supporting role, and you have to build on that passion. So if my wife has a passion for what she does, then my role in that instance is basically support and do as much as I can to build up that passion and support that passion. So it doesn't matter, male, female, husband, wife, whichever one has the passion, the other one really has to come alongside and be very supportive on that.
I appreciate that. Okay, y'all hang on before I bring Dave on. I'm gonna show some love. This is my cousin Joe and Sandy. This is what I like to say. I call her Mama Khadidra. She said, on my way to our recipe restaurant, I will definitely tell y'all that I'm Bella's cousin. So did y'all say y'all was gonna do something for those my Baltimore people if they come and patronize y'all? What y'all gonna do for my people, y'all? Come on now.
We'll just let us know that they listen to you, and we'll give them something when they come in. We'll give them a discount or something.
We may give a discount on getting some of our famous Kahlua bread pudding dessert on the house.
Wait a minute, y'all gonna have to ship that stuff to me. Wait a minute, David. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Whoa. While y'all shipping stuff, can I get the banana Foster waffles? I'm over here. I said, wait, can we agree on that? Look, that's what I've been busy doing, looking at the Instagram page.
I mean, we should be good for something. We got to guess on there. I mean,
she got that menu open already. I can tell.
You are good for it. You are good for it.
Hey, but I do want to say, if they're coming, don't come tomorrow because they're renovating. They're doing some things tomorrow, putting air and stuff like that in. Okay. So we're not going to open up until Wednesday. We'll be open Wednesday. Tomorrow we're going to be closed.
Okay, well, let me show some love because your boy Jazz says I want a hat. Do y'all happen to sell paraphernalia?
We can make that happen, Jazz. I just ordered some more. We can make that happen. Bella have one for you, and
Davon,
I have one for you as well.
Send me Davon banana. What you want, Davon?
Can I get this? But I don't know. I may have to just come up there because now I didn't got started with the gumbo.
You know what? Wait a minute.
I'm gonna bring Davon. I had to come up there.
Davon wants to ride with me in Baltimore one day, but I'm gonna give y'all my order.
She got hotels in Indiana and Oklahoma.
Okay, all right.
But tell Jazz I know why he want the hat.
Yeah. Okay, you know why he want the hat? Okay, I got some more love. Wait a minute, I got some more love before I move on to Davon. This is from Annette Ross Cook. Congratulations on your great success, Joe and Sandy.
Thank you, Annette.
And look, y'all know I'm bragging now, Davon. Davon, these are my homies from college. And look, Jock is saying, tell them y'all know I don't get on here and say stuff, but Jock say muck. You know he proud of y'all.
All right. I love you, Jock. Love you guys.
Let me see. I'm going to go ahead and break. So as I close out, listen, y'all, we having fun. I'm very sick. Come on out. Come on, Baltimore. Patronize Joe and Sandy. Trust me, I done been there a couple of times. We done shut it down. You know what goes on in the restaurant stays on the restaurant. But we had a good time the last time, didn't we, y'all?
Yes, we did. Thank you.
So come on out. If you go in the restaurant, just say Bella Unplugged. Bella Unplugged. If you don't say Bella Unplugged, they ain't gonna give you a discount or nothing. And I will be sending you Davon and our list of things that y'all gonna ship to me
All
in
No, no,
right.
Atlanta.
no, no, no,
Okay.
no. I don't want it shipped. I told you I'm going to be more. I want it
Oh
high. I
Lord.
want it
All
high. It
right,
Okay.
ain't
come
All
the
on.
right.
same when you ship it. I want it high. I want the whole experience. Okay.
Damn, Davon probably come home before I get home. Anyway, y'all hook my Davon up, okay?
And I want to give a shout out to the lady at Charm City Table for advertising for us. Thank you so much. I sent her a message saying that we have a meal for her when she comes back to the cafe. So if she's on here, thank you so much. I don't even know her name. I know it's just Charm City Table.
Oh, not a problem, not a problem. All right, y'all just hang back now. Davon, I have a bunch of questions for you, but let me go back to the original ones. And
Why
this is
you
this
had
is
me
my
coming after
cousin.
food?
I
Everybody gonna
know,
be looking
girl.
on their Instagram page, looking at the food, trying to figure out what they gonna order.
I know, right, Davon? They trying to make some
Like I've
money.
been
Okay.
doing.
So, Davon, again, this is my cousin Khadija. She's saying to the restaurant entrepreneur, how do you market your business?
Oh, this is to me.
Yes.
How? But I don't have a restaurant.
No, she's asking you, how do you market your business? What you're doing with your hotels?
Oh, what I do in my hotel? Well, I don't market my hotel because I have a management company. So the management company, they market the day-to-day operation. So essentially I pay them a percentage, or the hotels pays them a percentage. And so for my folks who have like rental properties or investment properties or multifamily properties, they may have like somebody who manage the day-to-day operations. And they like pay them a percentage, essentially the same thing as a hotel. So I may like come up with ideas or stuff, but I have a management team that handles a lot of that marketing for me.
Another question, Davon, was financing your ownership a hassle?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it's real estate. Absolutely. Does anybody ever close on a house or closed on something? Yeah, it's a little stressful. I will lie and say, oh my gosh, it was great. No, that would be a story. Okay. No, it's definitely a hassle. To make it easier, to make the process easier, when you're trying to get a loan, I mean, this is really for anybody, but more specifically a hotel, really the lenders, they want to make sure that the ownership team has experience in a hotel, meaning managing it or the day-to-day, or they have some type of experience in a hotel. They want to make sure that the location, I always say it's 3 recipes since we talk about food, right? So it's 3 recipes to a successful hotel. So you have the location is one, that's the number one thing, right?
Mhm.
Hotels is real estate. So location, having the right brand, right? Having the right hotel brand and having the right operator. So I'll give my hotel as an example. The hotel in Oklahoma, the location is right off the interstate. It's near a lot of like oil rigs and stuff. The brand, it's a Hilton brand, and the operator's Commonwealth. So those are the 3 recipes, from a lending perspective. They're like, okay, this hotel could potentially be profitable because we have the right location, we have the right brand. Hilton is the number 2 brand in the world. And then we have a management company, Commonwealth, who manages, they have $1 billion portfolio when it comes to managing hotels, right? So those are the recipes that I look at when I'm looking to find the hotel that works best for my investment thesis. And then also from a lender's perspective, that's what they look at as well.
Wow. And I think one more question, because Dave, I want you to close it out with with whatever's on your heart. Now, this is from a millennium. It happens to be my daughter. I can say that. She finds you fascinating, Davon. And that's hot. That video I clipped of you walking down with the hotel owners, that's hot, girl. That's hot. I didn't have time to upload it. But here's the question from Ashley Bullard. How do you go about the process of investing, Davon, or partnering with someone to purchase and operate a hotel?
How much time do I have left to answer that? That is a long way. It's a long answer. So it was a little bit easier for me because I've been in business for so long. And then I was in the ownership side for years. So I've developed a lot of relationships. So for those who are new and they want to get in, when you partner with people, it's best to get in contact with folks who've invested in hotels or who own hotels. And you're like, wait, how do I do that? So their organizations, NABHOOD is a great organization, and National Association of Black Hotel Owners, Operators, and Developers. They have an annual conference. So that's a great way that you can go out and connect with other folks and partner. with other investors, and a lot of great education in the brands and stuff. So I think I think that's a great like starter to go to NABPUT. I always recommend that. They have an annual conference. You have to go to their website. I don't know. I think it's in, I don't know when it is. I just know it's in the summer in Miami.
Mhm.
I have a Facebook group. It's called Black Hotel Investors. So you can definitely, join. You have to just get around other hotel investors, right? So you just kind of have to put that, and that's another reason why I created my platform, because I got that question. It's not like you can Google, it's not like it's association for like hotel investors. You can meet up like a RIA or like, you know what I mean? Like you have to kind of get in there. It's like you don't know where to go. So I created a group on Facebook. It's free, it's private. Black hotel investors. So that's something that you can join, where you can just connect with other hotel investors and other, people who may want to partner. Because a lot of times with hotels, they're multi-million-dollar projects. So even if, and I think as something that I see that is, and I even started this way too in the beginning, a lot of times we think we have to do everything on our own, but you can just partner, right, as you mentioned. So it's like you may not have multi-million-dollars, but maybe collectively as a group, friends and family, or start just again joining group, like I mentioned, the Black Hotel Investors Facebook group, and going in that, but you just start connecting with other people, like-minded individuals who want to invest in hotels. Because not everybody want to invest in hotels, not everybody want to own a hotel. Some people can't even wrap their brain. I mean, my family still can't wrap their brain around me owning a hotel. Like if
I
they
know.
that when I told them I was buying a hotel, like it was like, wait, what? Like it threw a lot of people off. Like they
I
still
know.
throw it off. Well, no, they gotten better because they stayed at the hotel now, so they different. They different now. It was. I think they had to see it to make sure it was real. I was like,
Right.
"Is it real? Did you sleep?" So they know it's real. And then I believe it. I can't remember. I know if it was either Joe or Sandy, but they was just saying how with the family supporting. Sometimes with entrepreneurship, sometimes you do have. I think it was Sandy who mentioned that was amazing, because some family don't support you when you first start out.
Mhm.
So some people be like, they get mad. Oh man, my family not supporting you. Hey, that's life. It happened to me. Okay. So now they like, girl, I didn't think you was ever gonna close in that hotel. I'm like, well, thank you for the support.
Yeah.
But they're like, hey, when is the next deal? You see what I'm saying? So sometimes people, they have to see you accomplish something first before they get on the bandwagon.
Mhm.
So some people aren't as fortunate, as Joe and Sandy, where they have their family that helps out and do this and do that. And it's a family effort so they can grow and have that positive energy, going in. So sometimes you have to step outside and go into these different groups, and you're connecting with strangers. My first investor was a stranger. She heard me on the podcast. I partnered on my first deal. I met him for the first time in person last year, right? So I would probably would recommend that.
Wow.
But I know how to vet people. So I'm a little different. But the point I'm trying to make is that sometimes you have to step out your comfort zone. Like sometimes you have to do things that you've never done to get the results that you've never had, but you want them, right? So sometimes you do have to take that risk. And as far as with partnering, make sure you vet them. When you're partnering with someone with an investment, it's kind of like a marriage. Y'all gonna be together for a while, so you need to vet them. You want to make sure when you work, like, do you like this? Do y'all have the same morals? Is this person ethical? Do they have integrity? You know what I mean? Is this somebody that you really want to go into business with? Do y'all mesh? Because I've turned down a lot of business deals, multi-million-dollar business deals, probably could have made me a lot of money. It didn't sit right with me. I couldn't sleep at night working with this particular person, and my integrity, and really what it come from, how my grandma raised me. She always
Come
told me
on.
I embarrass her. So that really where it come from. So it's like, okay, will this embarrass my grandma at the end of the day? So that's what keeps me, from things. But I just look at it like, okay, is this ethical? Is this moral? Will I be able to keep my integrity? And the biggest thing is, will I be able to sleep at night? So every decision that I make, I want to be able to sleep at night. Even if I have to walk away where it's a potentially of making money, I'm okay with that. Because at the end of the day, I want to treat people right. I want to treat people how I want to be treated, or even better. And so that means I want to be able to sleep at night. That's my peace of mind is more than anything. There's no pressure.
Whoa! So as y'all can see, me and Davon, we don't stutter and we don't play. As Davon is closing out, she dropped so many nuggets, y'all. I'm not even going to go back there. I'm going to say this. I'ma say this. I'ma say this. Go back and check out the replay. Davon, I want you to give something, whatever's on your heart. Take 60 seconds of breathe in and breathe out. Because, girl, you know I'm on fire with you. And whatever's on your heart that you want to convey, because the last words I want everyone to hear are yours. Because you got the motivation, you got the drive. I'm going to give you one shout out before you say it, because Annette, my soror from Be More, said everything that I want to say to you, Davon. Here we go. This is from Annette Ross Cook. She's my soror, and she went to Frostburg too. She said, very impressive, Davon. Love to see people when they are deployed as owners in their market instead of being employed by it.
Oh, thank you.
So we're going back to the original stage, but I don't want to take your thunder. I'm going to actually close out. But Davon, anything that you want to say? This has been a remarkable show, and I'm going to put you on the spot. Will you come back? Because you know I want you to come back, girl.
Of course, sure.
I
mean, like, I can't say no, right? You know how to find me.
I want to get you. I want to get Ryan. Well, I want to get all my millenniums, right? Jay, we're going to have a serious get down fireside chat, and I'm gonna bring Joe and Sandy back too. And they got some entrepreneur children in their family too. We're gonna mix it up.
Are y'all gonna bring the Banana Foster?
Y'all gonna bring the Banana Foster?
The Banana Foster doesn't ship very well, but the Kalua bread pudding would.
I may have to just get. I may have to come there.
Well, I tell you what, come Joe and Sandy, ship mine. Give her hers, but if she don't say Bella Unplugged, she don't get no discount, y'all.
And I want to get your information too, Davon, too. I'll get your information from Bella.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Okay, please do.
Davon, come on, girl.
Joe does a lot of traveling. He plays a lot of golf all over the place.
Exactly.
Ma'am.
So
Joe does a lot of traveling. He plays a lot of golf.
Yes, he does. He plays a lot of golf while the wife brings in the bag. You know what I'm saying? And Joe got it like that. Joe got it like that. We got inside jokes. Joe got it like that, okay?
That's an inside joke, all right.
Exactly. So, Davon, because I love millennials, I'm always talking about y'all. You know, y'all get on my last nerve, but you know what? Because y'all be like, da-da-da-da-da, but y'all challenge my mind. Thank you publicly for who I am. You always been respectful. You know I will pour into you, girl. Anything you want, you know I got. You hear me, right?
Oh, yes.
So take us home, because the last voice that everybody's going to hear, we're a little bit over, but I can do what I want to because it's my show. Davon, speak some life to some old heads, some OGs, some millennials. I'm talking about specifically to our crew, to the baby boomers. Speak to us, Davon. What do you want to say to us?
Oh, the pressure. You see the sweat. I will say, and something that I've learned, and it's something that can go across from all generations, right? Because I know some people, you know, they feel like that they at a certain age and they can't do it. And I feel like now that we're in a world that there's no limit on what you can do. There's no age limit. So follow your purpose and do it now, because tomorrow is not promised. I know that's a cliche, but it's not. You know, if you want to start your own business, if you want to start a restaurant, if you want to buy a hotel, do it. Follow your purpose. Don't follow your passion. Follow your purpose, because your purpose will bring you happiness. Your purpose will bring you peace. And a lot of times your purpose will bring you a little money. So follow your purpose. Follow your purpose. Stay focused. Stay humble. Be true to yourself and do whatever makes you happy. Don't worry about the naysayers. If they say you too old, if they say you too young, if they say you the wrong color, if they say you don't have the money, that's not it doesn't matter if it's your idea. It's your project. It's your baby. As long as you believe in it 150% and you believe it with conviction and you focus, it is nothing that anybody can do that will stop you. So when God says yes, no one on this earth can say no.
And Davon, I'm gonna put you on the spot and close out. I'm really feeling some kind of way, in a very good, positive way, with my spiritual vibe going. If you can share a nugget, because what they don't know, what you and I know, you've been around Ambassador Andrew just as and I know he has poured into you, right, for years.
Yeah. Yes.
Share something, because they don't understand sometimes, they on what we go through. You can't be chopped liver and mediocre around people
No, you can't.
who drive and drive and
Yeah.
drive. And I'm going to bring it home again because it's my show. I can do what I want to, right? And when you're around iconic people who walked and worked with Dr. Martin Luther King, and oh, it's so apropos because Davon, guess what the day is? April 4th, 1968. Okay,
Mm.
come on now. See, Davon and I are around. We are honored and sometimes humble to be around Dr. Reverend Bernice King, right? Sometimes Davon and I in the same circles where we go to events and we can at an arm length speak to an ambassador, Andrew Young. I'm name dropping. Come on, Davon, for a reason, because we're in the cradle, fertile ground of the civil rights movement. And yes, to Davon, I'm not going to tell my age, but I was a little girl, and I remember exactly, right, Joe and Sandy, when Dr. Martin Luther King was killed. This is how I'm going to close out. Davon, I'm taking the wheel because the spirit is on me. I never will forget it, right, Joe and Sandy?
Yep.
Never. My mother pulled me in the house, Davon. Here's my hand to the creator. I was outside playing my little jacks with my girlfriends. I didn't know what was going on. And the looting and the raiding started. And I never will forget it, Joe and Sandy and Davon. And my mother said, Linda, go get a piece of black cloth. And I said, why, mommy? Put it outside of the door, because the Black Panthers have sent a word to us. If you put a black cloth at the time, Davon, Joe, and Sandy, where I lived in West Baltimore, if you put a black cloth outside of the door, that would give indication that, you was a black brother or sister, right? And they wasn't going to loot or fire or tear down your home, because they were looting all over the city, because we had just learned that Dr. Martin Luther King had been assassinated. I was a little girl, but I remember the memory, Davon. But Davon, fast forward, I've been here 25 years, Davon. I would have never thought I would have met Zernona Clayton, Ambassador Young. But let me take it back. 1980, Joe and Sandy. I don't know if y'all remember. Coretta Scott King came to Frostburg, y'all. I got a picture with her. I got an autograph, Davon. What am I saying? What am I really saying? You never know. I did not know. I just knew she was a soror. Come on, those AKs. Y'all know it. We ain't trying to make it political, but you know what I'm saying, Sandy. She came to Frostburg. She spoke. I got an autograph. I was on a newspaper board. As Jock remember, we was on the newspaper. We ain't do a darn thing, Joe. We ain't do nothing but play around. But she autographed, and I have it framed, and it's worth a lot of money, Davon. What am I saying? It ain't about the money. Who would have thought I would have been at Frostburg, right, Joe and Sandy, at that time in 1980, listening to Coretta Scott King speak at our campus? Y'all remember?
Yep.
And then fast forward, meeting Zernona Clayton, one of Davon, our lovely, lovely, lovely mentors, who mentors us, that was his secretary and worked in the movement. And oh my God, Ambassador Andrew Young, right, Davon?
Yeah.
It's not about dropping names. Davon and I are around this all the time. If you're not dead, it should change you, right?
Yeah.
So all I'm saying is, this has been a wonderful episode. Come on, y'all. I'm talking about my Black brothers and sisters. I mean, if I got 5 countries right now on the continent of the motherland that's up sacrificing to support Bella, can't we do the same, y'all, over here? Can't we go to the social media and follow Joe and Sandy and follow Davon? Can't we do a Cash App, a Zelle, or a PayPal and sacrifice $1, $2 for the Bella Biz Unplugged and know that money's going in good ground? Do we have to come on here each time after time after time after time after time, as Roland Martin is saying? I mean, Roland Martin, for those of you who don't know, he's doing something very special, Davon, because he's the first independent Black man to have his own media. And I want to be the first Black woman to do the same, Davon.
Let's make it happen.
Ahead of me.
Let's make it happen.
But together we're better.
Mm-hmm.
As Davon said, I ain't gonna wait around for y'all. That's for darn sure.
That's right.
Because as Miss Clayton says, you know it, Davon, when you're on time, you're late.
It's true.
But when you're early, you're ready. As she says, always be ready.
Ready.
And that's
Mhm.
a 91-year-old woman about to be 92 if God continues to preserve her life is talking.
Mm.
Davon and I just went a couple of weeks ago. Come on, Davon. To Ambassador's 90th birthday party. It was over 1,800 people, probably more than that. Heads of states and all that. Come on, Davon.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It was beautiful. It was long, but it was necessary.
Mhm.
Heads of state, over 100 continents, countries. Come on, Davon. We were privileged just to be in the room, weren't we, Davon?
Yeah, it was beautiful. I'm happy.
Y'all, you cannot go back to business as usual, sitting on cutting the fat, the bow. You can't do that. We got to stop this madness.
Mm.
Come together. That's all Bella's saying.
Yep.
Come together. Together we're better. So
Yeah.
I want to thank Davon. I want to thank Joe and Sandy. I've had a blast. Y'all know it. I never want to get off of here because
Thank
when I
you.
feel that I know we're helping somebody, y'all. Well, I'm about helping people. Let's not talk about it. Let's be about it. It don't take no money. Joe said it. Joe said word of mouth. If you don't know social media, okay, even though that's where we at, you ain't gotta know social media, right? Joe said word of mouth.
Right.
Come out and patronize Joe and Sandy's food. It's awesome. Don't believe Bella. Go out there, see for yourself. But Bella be like real full, right, y'all? I love their food. Sandy been feeding me since Frostburg. Come on, Sandy. So as I wrap up, I don't want to get off because I want to make sure y'all get Bella because I'm being redundant for a reason.
Mm.
Sit on it. As I close out, think about for those baby boomers, not the millenniums. Where were you? Do you remember what you was doing on April 4th, 1968? Because I do.
Mm.
You feel me? And
Yeah.
on that note, I want to thank everybody for coming. Y'all stay tuned for my Friday session, Law and Medicine. Yeah, I got some fierce sisters, Davon. I got two queens, women of color, and they boss in their fields, law and medicine. I'm bringing on my own Chief Justice. Okay,
I
Davon?
know that's
All
right.
right.
Lord sees, and I ain't playing.
I see.
So tonight, y'all think about for the baby boomers, where were y'all at April 4th, 1968? And I'm going to ask you this rhetorical question. Are y'all reaping some of the benefits of Martin Luther King? I know I am.
Mm.
Holla at your girl, okay?